The sweet old lady turned out to be a baby killer. I was slacking off in the break room when I overheard my OB colleagues talking. They'd just admitted a newborn in obstetrics. Before the baby even got fed, it started vomiting white discharge, quickly developed a fever, became lethargic, then started seizing. This kind of presentation is pretty unusual in newborns. I went over to take a look. Seizures, high fever, altered mental status. None of it fit the typical newborn issues. Pediatrics diagnosed it as intestinal obstruction, but when I saw the X-ray, I knew they were wrong. This was an infection, and most likely the contagious kind. What is worse, not long after, a second baby showed the same symptoms. This was no longer a coincidence. I immediately went to the chief, demanding we lock down the maternity ward and isolate all newborns. Her response was simple.
If you would consider going to a shrink, I would pay for it myself.
She thought I was creating panic again. In her eyes, 2 sick babies didn't equal an outbreak. In mine, this was the start of a disaster. Since she said no, I had to do it myself. I took my team and started checking the newborn ward floor by floor. At first we found nothing, until we found the third baby on another floor with identical symptoms. This time, the chief finally shut up, ordered obstetrics to close immediately. All febrile newborns to be isolated. In a short time, confirmed cases increased to 6. And the first baby to get sick had less than a day left. But the problem was, they had no connection to each other. Different delivery rooms, different medical staff, different equipment. Couldn't find a common link, couldn't find the cause. Foreman thought it was staph. Cameron insisted it was Pseudomonas. Bacterial cultures take 48 hours, but the babies couldn't wait. I ordered both antibiotics at once. It was a terrible decision, but at the time, there wasn't a better one. Side effects came quickly. The baby's kidneys started failing. We had to stop the medication immediately. Cooled only stopped one. I had them select the 2 earliest cases. One stopped the first drug, one stopped the second. This was a gamble. Whichever one we bet right on would survive. The results came quickly. One baby went into cardiac arrest. Resuscitation failed. The drug he was on was wrong. We immediately switched the other babies to the other drug. But things didn't improve. The other drug didn't work either. The remaining babies continued to deteriorate. That is when I finally confirmed something. We'd been going in the wrong direction from the start. This wasn't bacterial. It was viral. I went into the autopsy room. In the heart section of the deceased baby, I saw severe damage. Viruses that attack the heart are countless, and a newborn can only handle 6 blood draws before death. We could only eliminate one by one. Eventually, we narrowed it down to 8 most likely viruses. Just then, I realized a key point everyone had overlooked. Newborns don't have their own antibodies. All their antibodies come from their mothers, which means whichever antibody the mother lacks, that is the virus the baby contracts. We immediately drew blood from all the newborns' mothers for comparison. After the results came back, of the 8 viruses, only 1 remained, Echovirus 11. Problem was, the hospital didn't have a specific antidote. The only medication was still in clinical trials, which meant family consent was required. They had no choice. Neither did we shortly after administering the drug. The monitors started showing improvement. Zone 2, all of them stabilized. The baby survived, but I knew it wasn't over. If we couldn't find the source of infection, this could happen again anytime. I went back to obstetrics. That is when I noticed a detail. An old lady who gave stuffed animals to newborns every day was coughing violently. Her movements, her condition, how often she appeared, it all suddenly clicked. She was the virus carrier. The truth was clear enough. But I didn't expose her, just made sure she never had another chance to enter the nursery. Some truths, if spoken, only create new disasters.